Hey, what's up, everybody? Set in Stone podcast number 2. It's Sunday, December 31st. We figured with the new year rolling in, why not do a little bit of a review of 2017 for ourselves personally and for the world as a whole. Let's get started. So if we just want to first maybe talk about some personal things from our year that happened that we feel like were pretty big.
All right, I'll start out. So, in 2017, me and my girlfriend Chloe, we started dating last Christmas, and we've been together, we're still together now. So, yeah, she's been a big part of my 2017. She was there the whole time, and then she went off to college, so we're kind of balancing the long distance relationship and how that's all going. And then she's kind of helping me with my college process, trying to get in, applying, stuff like that. And yeah, she's definitely been
a high point,
right alongside with you guys, the biggest part and biggest impact, influence on my year.
Happy for you, big guy.
Yeah, for sure.
So to take it on a sad note, I went through a breakup this year. It was a pretty serious relationship. I think we had been dating for about 9 months, and it was hard. It was hard for a little bit, but I'm bouncing back, baby. And me and my ex, we're on good terms. We're fine, and I hope she's doing really well, and I'm doing really well, and yeah. So I hope everything gets better in 2017. 2018, I mean. So yeah, that's where I'm at. But I'm on the up and up, baby. Look out. I'm coming for you. Hulk Hogan, I'm coming for you.
We're coming for the goal.
So 2017 was an interesting year for me. I would say it's a year of a lot of choices that I had to make, a lot of tough choices. Things like I had to choose between theater and the college life and what I'm going to do in the future, and I had to lose some friends and I had to make some new friends, and I also went through a breakup, but it's fine, it's all right. Like he said, we're on good terms. I didn't break up with him. That made me sound like I broke up with him. No, I broke up with my girlfriend. But we're on good terms, and I hope she's doing the best. And also, just this year was a bit tough for me. But I think, as Jalen said, I think I can bounce back and make 2018 a really good year.
You're like a sky ball.
Like a sky ball?
Yeah, the bouncy.
Oh, the ones that yeah.
You guys remember that rumor
that the dude bounced it across Lake Michigan?
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
It bounced from Indianapolis to Chicago.
Yeah.
I
don't think it happened. I don't think it happened.
Baseball?
Yes.
Well, I guess I'll tell my sad story of 2017.
Don't make us look like seps.
So this year we had made it all the way for football. I had made it all the way through summer camp and all that. So I was a starting receiver, so this is going to be a big year for me. I was really excited. This is my first real varsity experience of football. So I was really excited. And then we were at our blue gold scrimmage, which is our inter squad scrimmage, where we just play each other. We get split up into teams. And it was our second series. I caught a pass. I spun off one defender. I got hit, and when I landed on my right shoulder, and then the force, impact of the person who tackled me going down onto me, my collarbone broke. So, and it snapped. Mm-hmm. So that was one painful, in the moment, just from the pain of my bone breaking,
physical pain,
and then it hurt on the sideline. Once the athletic trainer told me I had broken my collarbone, I knew. I was I thought my year was over. I didn't think I'd be able to play football, so I was taking it really hard. And then I started rehabbing, and everything, and my estimated timeout was going to be 8 weeks, and that gave me enough time to come back and get play some games. So I rehabbed, got everything back into place, and then I had my surgery. I have steel plate in my shoulder.
So we can't go through TSA
Yeah,
like
I was about to
everybody
say,
else.
It's gonna be hard for the airport.
Hey.
So.
But yeah, so I got the plate and screws, and then I got back out there. We finished up the season. I played in 3 games, I think, 3 or 4. Scored a touchdown, so I mean, it was a real comeback story.
Mm-hmm. No
Came
way,
back.
the comeback
Bottom.
kid.
And then,
From the bottom.
but yeah, so I'm gonna continue, and then I'm gonna go on and play. I'm gonna play college football too. So
That's sweet.
everything turned out well.
All right. Well, so inspirational stuff from my man. So my sad one was first. So this is like my better one. I finally I've always been interested in movies and like the process of how movies are made and stuff. And then I think it might have been Noah who said something one time.
Yeah, I think I said
And-
it at lunch.
And yeah, and he was like, "Why don't you just like do directing, like making movies?" And I
Why don't
was
you
like,
do what you love.
and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's a good idea." So I realized like directing is what I want to do. Like I still want to try to pursue acting and do stuff like that, but like that's more of like something I can do while I'm in college, but I want to go to college for directing to become a director, because I want to be able to write my own stories and put my own voice into the movies and stuff. And I really love the process of filmmaking, and I think it's really cool and can change a lot of people's lives, and it's really accessible to everybody. So yeah, I realized what I want to do with my life and trying to make it happen. So
Also saying, and I want to deal with numbers. So I'm going to be an accountant, and I've already gotten accepted to college. Shout out
big dog.
Shout out to International Business College for accepting me.
Is there a mascot?
Huh? No, there's no mask. It's a business college. It's probably a guy with a suit and a suit.
The calculators.
But the college is a 2-year college, so I'll be graduating before you guys.
It's
So,
not a race.
wow.
It's not a race.
It's for accounting. It's not that big, but
Hey, it's a degree though.
yeah,
You'll
for
be
sure,
making that.
for sure. And the way they're really setting it up for me is that I'm supposed to find a job before I graduate.
Oh, right.
Due to like how much we're gonna travel to like different corporations and apprenticeships.
Alumni network.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like just like all that kind of stuff. And I feel really good about this college, and I can't wait to start it. I think it's gonna be really fun, and get to keep in touch with you guys. I get to travel, so
Excited for you, buddy.
I know.
And
Thank
then
you.
I think a big thing for all 3 of us is we started this YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about it for most of 2017.
Yeah, and then we
Like
finally
we talked about
finally
wanting to
pulled
do
the trigger.
something, like we thought we could do it,
Mhm.
and then we bought our mic, and we had the mic for about 3 months before we
Yeah.
actually started doing anything. And then
I mean-
Jalen got his laptop for Christmas, and then we're trapping off my brother's camera.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, but all the pieces finally fell into place,
Yeah.
and we finally got the
I
ball
mean,
rolling.
and I
Yeah,
was
we're doing it.
skeptical.
Yeah, Leroy, he didn't. It was the night we were gonna record our first podcast, and he was like, "Yeah, I think you guys can do it. Just me and Jalen." But we talked him into it. And
Yeah.
he enjoyed it. So
Yeah, for sure.
all the pieces finally fell into place, and
Lee's the glue that holds this place
It-
together.
it took
I
one.
guess I'm the backbone
Yep.
now. All right.
He's the heart.
I feel
It,
that.
It just took one video. We got our first one out,
Yep.
and then
Yeah,
It was really fun.
After that, I wanted to do the Bright movie review.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
now we're trying to record as much as possible. We
Yep.
have fun every time.
mhm.
So yeah, definitely.
It's
Yeah.
gonna become too corporate one day, and then
We're gonna be major sellouts here soon. Watch out.
hey, shout out to Nike. They don't sponsor us, but
Well,
Not-
we
not a
get,
sponsor, not a
get
sponsor.
about 20 views a video. So
hey, it's fine.
Hey, we're on the up and up.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, that was our 2017 personally. As a world, it wasn't the best year. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. 2017
Really hoping for
2017 wasn't a great year. A couple things that I thought of when I was thinking of 2017 and how it could have been better. Net neutrality obviously was a big thing that happened here towards the end of the year.
G-Pie, I'm looking at you. All right.
We're coming for you.
Yeah.
We're not actually coming for you.
Maybe.
But yeah, that sucked a lot, and hopefully some stuff can be done to try and get it back, and
Yeah, for sure.
we can move from there, because freedom online is something that we need. And the internet's a big part of our world, so if we're gonna have freedom of speech, freedom of expression, all of that stuff, freedom of opportunities, we have to have that in our internet too, because the internet is basically like
If
a
it ain't
necessity
broke,
now.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Apparently, just broke to the phone companies and the internet companies. So
Yeah.
that's debatable. And then, got anything about the world this year?
Like Jalen said, it probably wasn't the best year, but I think we do it like too much as like just like common everyday people,
Mhm.
like just like blue collar citizens or like the
Mhm.
working
Right.
class or whatever,
Mhm.
like where we blame like the government, or we blame
Yeah.
like higher up corporations, stuff like that,
Mhm.
and like where like they're the ones making decisions, they're the ones that are like gonna be like affecting us, but
Mhm.
I think it's on us to just like take what we get and just make the best out of it,
Yeah.
Like we're not going to be able to control everything that happens to us, so I think we just have to do our best of whatever we get dealt. We just got to roll with it.
Mhm.
Have
Yeah.
fun, make the most of it, make it enjoyable.
And going off of that, like personally for 2017, I had anxiety. Is this a small violin?
No, I caught a hair that was
Oh.
floating down.
So going off of that, personally, I had lots of like fears and anxiety. I've always had a fear of like nuclear war,
Mhm.
and tornadoes or strong wind.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But that one went away. Thank
Okay.
God that one went away. But like I've always had a fear of nuclear war, and the North Korea stuff went down, and I'm like, oh, okay, what's going on now?
Yeah.
But like there's a lot of people who helped me through that, helped me get better. Shout out, middle of the year, my therapist.
Mm-hmm.
She's awesome. Not gonna give out her name. That's a little personal. But,
Bridget.
it's not Bridget.
Love you, Bridget.
Yeah, we're just gonna call her Bridget for right now. But she's awesome, and helped me through a lot of like tough
Mhm.
things this year, and made 2017 from a really bad year to a really good year. So like it made me see like all these terrible things in the world, but we need to keep
Yeah, we still got to push
looking-
forward.
looking
Going off
forward.
that, so like yeah, if you're having like rough times or like bad tough times or anything, and you want to talk about it, like you don't have to go to like a therapist maybe, but like find a friend.
Yeah, talk
Open
to
up.
somebody.
It helps to talk. Open
Yeah,
up.
I
Let,
talked to these dudes and
like,
really helped a
just
lot.
find someone you can trust, and then just let them know. Talk to
Yeah.
them. They can
'Cause
talk
it's-
back. It's
Yeah, just talking and letting
yeah.
the emotions that you have or whatever kind of spill out is really, really therapeutic. Maybe if you feel sad and you feel like you want to cry, it's your body's reaction. You're supposed to do stuff like that.
Mm.
It's not good to keep everything bottled up.
Yeah,
But
for
yeah,
So let's before we start moving on to the individual categories
Uh-huh.
of this year, I think we should give our post-mortem shout-outs
oh yeah,
to the people who unfortunately left us this year. Mine personally was Mr. Chris Cornell, singer of Soundgarden.
hmm
Awesome band. If you haven't heard Spoon Man, Black Hole Sun, a bunch of really good
classics.
songs. Yeah, really good singer. We had a really great voice.
Oh, yeah.
Told stories through his music. And I know people like Eddie Vedder.
hmm
Man, they were hurt by
Yeah.
it. So like that was a tough point for me because I grew up listening to Soundgarden, and for him to kind of pass away so young, that was tough for me.
Yeah.
And I wish that he's the best wherever he is, and rest in peace, Chris Cornell.
So for me, my rest in peace that I want to give out is David Bowie. Legend of the music industry.
For sure.
Changed the way that people thought you could be creative in the music industry. He took chances, he took risks, and with those risks, he made, he inspired people, and he wasn't afraid to do whatever he wanted to do, whether he was doing Ziggy Stardust or being Jareth the Goblin King in Labyrinth. Just stuff like that, and never being afraid to do what he wanted to do and be himself in his music. And just an absolute legend, great person from all accounts. He's deeply missed. So rest in peace, David Bowie.
And speaking on David Bowie, before we move on to you real quick, besides like maybe Elvis Presley, he's like the first artist that I can think of that has like a gimmick.
Yeah.
Like
a
the
thing.
one that like first started it up. How Elvis had his shaking hips and all that, and David Bowie is the next one that I can think of. I can't really think of anyone else. After that, of course, we have people like Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, people that came along after were
Yeah.
like deeply influenced
Yeah.
by David Bowie.
ICP.
Mhm.
But like.
We got any juggalos out there?
Yeah. Man, that's a different. Didn't they like march on Washington?
The Juggalos?
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
That would
I
be
think they did.
hilarious.
I literally think they did.
Little scary, but
Uh,
hilarious.
So yeah, I think he's really influential.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
Under pressure,
Mm-hmm.
great stuff.
For me, I'm gonna go to the wrestling world and shout out Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Legend.
He was a legendary manager. He's a commentator. He's one of the guys when you think of like old wrestling, like he's just
Yeah,
there.
you hear his
Mhm.
voice.
He's just you can just automatically hear it. He's just one of the most iconic people in wrestling history, and he never wrestled a match.
right.
Yeah.
Like that's how big he was. He like if you remember the first episode of Raw, you ever go back and watch it?
Yeah.
He's trying to break in and like get in and watch, and they keep kicking him out, and it's just one of those things where you're just always gonna remember that from the first episode of Monday Night Raw.
Right.
Like Bobby the Brain Heenan was there, so definitely a tough hit to the wrestling community, and I know we're all wrestling fans, but yeah, so that's who.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
And
for
then
sure.
anyone we didn't say also.
Yeah, there's obviously a ton
Yeah.
of people that we didn't name, but those were just people that we thought of when we thought of people that were influential that we wanted to try to remember this year.
Any quick ones you guys are thinking of? China.
Adam
China passed
West.
away?
China, Adam West, Chester Bennington,
Oh yeah, for sure. Princess Leia,
Carrie Fisher.
Carrie
yeah.
Fisher, and who's the other wrestler? Jimmy Superfly,
Yeah.
Snuka. Yeah,
So,
he died this year too.
But hey, don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened.
Mhm,
Exactly.
mhm.
Enjoy the memories of those people.
Mhm.
Yes, sir. All right, so we want to move on to
Like
top
what
albums.
Categories.
Yeah, like categories.
Start out with albums.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can
we'll
start
do
out with
albums first.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, Leroy can go
Okay,
first.
I can go first.
So we're gonna just to like explain. We're gonna say like our top 3 to 5 albums of the year, and then we'll do top 3 to 5 movies of the year, and then wrap it up.
Sounds good.
Looking on this list, I have about 7, so I'm gonna cut 2.
Mhm.
I think that my top 5, no doubt. Okay, my favorite album of all time came out in December, I believe, 2nd of 2016, but it's nominated for the Grammys this year.
Yeah, and it kind of like, I think I know what you're.
It
talking about,
basically
and
became popular
in 2017.
Yeah, and it's "Awaken My Love" by Childish Gambino.
Yes.
If you guys haven't heard the song "Redbone,"
Where you been?
yeah,
Where have you been?
literally been under?
Are
a
you
rock.
on this planet?
Yeah. Beautiful album. I remember telling the boys about it, and we all kind of listened at the same time, and really love it.
Yeah.
and we have the album. I have the poster hung up in my room. It's a super great album, and I really suggest it. And then going on to my second one, I'm gonna have to give it to Gone Now, which is Bleachers. Also great album. Me and Jalen went to the concert.
Yeah.
Great concert.
I didn't catch the drumstick.
Yeah, there was a drumstick thrown at him by the drummer, and he didn't catch it. In fact, he looked at it, and another dude picked it up. And
Way to go, Jalen.
it's okay.
I,
I'm always gonna remember that. But
no
it's okay.
excuse, no excuse.
Gotta
Gotta be quicker than that.
I think my next album is going to be Hardwired to Self-Destruct by Metallica. Huge Metallica fan. Sounded exactly like old Metallica, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4 is probably going to go to Big Fish Theory by Vince Staples.
The man.
Yeah, really creative album.
Yeah, definitely.
And like combining, I guess you would call it house music, like electro,
right.
and rap, and really energetic and
Yeah.
really well put together, really thought out lyrics.
Yeah, there's a song from Big Fish Theory that's featured in Black Panther.
Really?
Yeah, Bag Back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's in Black Panther.
That's a really good song.
Yeah.
Black Panther is musical score is
By
produced
Ludwig.
who is Donald Glover or Childish Gambino's
Yeah.
artist.
Yeah, the music should be really, really good in that.
Yeah.
They collabed together.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He did Redbone.
Yeah. He did that. All of his
Yeah,
albums,
basically.
literally all of his albums.
Him and Gambino work together.
Right.
Yeah. And then my last album is probably going to be Melodrama by Lord.
Your girl.
Yeah. I love Lord.
Yeah, Lee's
Yeah.
a huge Lord fan.
Who doesn't love Lord?
I don't
I
have
mean, I'm
anything
not like
against
super
Lord.
into Lord. Like I don't
I
know.
You guys
I don't
might
remember.
be-
I don't know that I've ever heard anything other than Royals by her.
You
You've
know,
heard tennis courts.
Well, tennis.
Yeah.
Okay, Royals and tennis courts. That was like the same
We're
song.
on each other's
basically.
team. We're on each
each other's team.
I thought that was a-
Give her green light.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. but-
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
Either way, you know what I'm saying.
Lord, in my opinion, Lord is. I really like Lord, and she made a really good album, and it's nominated for Album of the Year, isn't
Yeah,
it?
she's really creative.
Yeah, for sure. So there's mine, Jalen.
All right, so I only have 4, and 2 of mine are repeats from Lee's list. Wait, no, only 1 of mine is a repeat from Lee's list.
That's sad.
So the first one that I have is "Damn" by Kendrick Lamar. I mean, it's Kendrick. You know, he's just doing what he does, making another classic album. DNA, Humble, 2 huge hits from this year. Other songs like Duckworth and
Love.
Love.
Lust is my favorite song on the album. So yeah, just super. It's super hype, but it's also like really woke.
Mhm.
You know, like it's really like socially conscious too. But it's also good if you're just trying to turn up a little bit. So yeah, Kendrick did it again. Number 2 is my boy Harry Styles with his self-titled debut album, and yeah, when I listened to it, I was completely surprised, like by the sound and like all the like different genres that he kind of incorporated into his album. Sign of the Times was a huge like rock pop hit.
Oh, I actually love Sign of the
Yeah,
Times.
Sign of the Times is great, and then he has songs like Sweet Creature, which is like a little acoustic love ballad, and Two Ghosts, which is a country inspired song, and you can like really hear the country elements in it, and like it doesn't sound anything like what he was doing, and like what I'm not allowed to burp. I'm not allowed to burp.
No, but it was like,
But yeah, it didn't sound like anything that he was doing in One Direction, and I think it was really like you can tell that that's what he always like was wanting to do, but like couldn't in the group. So I'm glad that he got out and is getting exposure for his own personal style.
favorite song from that album is Kiwi.
Yeah, I like Kiwi a
is a
lot.
really good song. But keep up.
Next one is American Teen by Khalid. I think to anybody our age, this album can like really speak to you, because Khalid, the guy who, you know, he's up for Best New Artist at the Grammys, and
You should win it.
yeah, 100%. He's only 19. He's a year older than us. He wrote the album. He wrote some of the songs and stuff while he was in high school. You know, he got signed when he was 18. It's it's crazy. He's doing stuff like this, and he's like, just out of high school, and that's and you can like hear the teenage feelings in it. It's called American Teen for a reason.
And he's just from what, El Paso?
Yeah, El Paso, Texas.
I mean, that's a little town in Texas.
Yeah. So, big shout out to Khalid, because honestly, like, doing what he loves and making great music and stuff, it's really inspiring to, people of our generation and our age, because, someone our age is doing stuff like this, and that's ridiculous. My last one is Gone Now, the Bleachers album. I didn't know anything about Bleachers before this year, and I listened to them a ton whenever I first heard about them, and I listened to their old album. What's their old album called?
I don't know. It's passing by me.
I don't know.
I will figure it out.
But yeah, I listened to that whole album all the way through. Listened to Gone Now all the way through, countless times, and yeah, it's great. Went to the concert, dropped the drumstick.
Where'd you go, buddy?
You know what? It's okay. Strange Desire.
Yeah, Strange Desire. Really
yeah.
good. Check that out too.
Also, check out the MTV Unplugged album.
Mhm.
That's also really
Yes.
good, surprisingly. All right, Noah.
All right. I guess I didn't get the memo. I was told we were supposed to do 3 albums.
No, it's okay. It's
so I only
okay.
have 3 because that's what we agreed
Slacker.
I mean,
and then 2 of them are carryovers from their list. So Gone Now by Bleachers is on it. I found out about Bleachers. I found out about one of their songs from my friend Joey, and then
Shouts out to Joey Van Ryck.
And then me and Leroy and my girlfriend Chloe, we were at a concert, and
or a festival.
it was more like a festival, and they were there, and they were playing, and I was like, this sounds really familiar. Like I know this from somewhere.
Well, it was what? Don't Take the Money.
Yeah, Don't Take the Money.
Yeah.
And
great song.
so I looked up Don't Take the Money, and I found him on Apple Music, that like I had already had it saved, and I was like, oh yeah, I do know this. And then so yeah, really cool band. Like
Yeah, super like 80s nostalgia.
super fun to listen
Yeah.
to. It's,
Yeah.
And we only went to that festival for the
the
1970s.
1995, and we ended up like they were like honestly like performance wise like right there.
Yeah,
with
they
them, too.
should have been the what's the act before the final?
Headliners
The final,
Yeah.
but
They should have been before that. Jimmy Eat World was before that. I'm sorry, Jimmy Eat World. You only have one good song, and it's the middle. But that's what I'm gonna admit that.
Yeah,
And
that's
then-
correct.
I have American Teen by Khalid also. So definitely just like the first 6 songs on this album, first 6 or 7 songs on this album are just like insanely good, relatable, like really good songs.
Right.
Like if you have a whole album where like it feels like the listener can like remember all the words after like one time listening through, like you're doing something right.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's something he definitely did. And it's such a relatable album, like you said. Definitely give it a listen if you haven't already. And then my last one is Good Nature by Turnover. They're a alternative band. Not too many people know about them, but super chill music.
Yeah,
Like,
really.
Probably the
relaxing.
most chill, relaxing music you'll ever listen to. It's super good.
Yeah.
All the songs kind of sound the same. They kind of like sound like they blend together almost, but
Like it could be like one
Yeah.
continuous song throughout.
definitely really good stuff there.
Yeah.
I recommend it. It's called Good Nature by Turnover. We're actually all 3 of
Yeah.
us, and then Joey, who was mentioned before. We're
Shouts out to Joey Van Ryck.
Again.
going to we're all going to the concert together in April. So
Yeah, it's gonna be sick.
All right, so we're going to talk about a little bit of digital visual media now. So we're going to go into movies from the year that we really liked.
Okay.
So I guess I'll start it off. I think Noah has it on as like his
I actually only have
one movie on his
I don't-
list.
I realized making this list, I don't watch a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the one that all 3 of us have all seen and really like is Get Out, by Jordan Peele. His first, his directorial debut, insanely good.
Yeah, for sure.
Even if you don't like read into it and look at all the metaphors and the message that it's conveying, it's still a really entertaining movie with a really compelling plot. And Daniel Kaluuya, he's the main character, Chris, in Get Out, and he's a really, really good actor. He's in Sicario. He's in an episode of Black Mirror, and he's a British actor. He's really, really good. And
Can't
I think
tell
he's
British either.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
movie.
really
It's
good
so-
American
so
accent.
weird.
And I think he's most likely going to be nominated for Best Actor at the Oscars
He-
for
he
that
should.
role. And it'll be a tough field to win in.
Yes,
so I don't know if
but
he'll
I mean,
win, but yeah, he's really,
That
really
movie's
good.
so good that he like should win it.
Yeah, I would be happy for him if he won.
And the underlying message of that movie. Is
Yeah, really,
so-
it's really relevant because with like the stuff in Charlottesville that happened this year, it showed that maybe we haven't made as much progress as we think we have as far as race
As far as we
relations
should.
go, and yeah, definitely not as far as we should be at this point.
for sure.
Almost like I think it was kind of pushed under the rug a little bit and not really completely dealt with. So I think this showed that there's still stuff out there that we need to be thinking about and talking about. So
you take
Get
it away
Out.
with the movies. Because,
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you
the
have
only
a
ones
lot
we
of them.
have.
Okay.
so-
Another. Then I have a couple superhero movies from the year that were really good. First one is Thor Ragnarok, directed by Taika Waititi. Which, if you haven't ever seen a Taika Waititi movie, watch one. Watch Hunt for the Wilder People or What We Do in the Shadows. What We Do in the Shadows is hilarious. Really good director. This was his first big movie that he did, and it's hilarious. It's probably the funniest superhero movie I've ever seen. I would say funnier than Deadpool.
Really?
Yeah, it's
That's tough
really
one.
funny. It's close. Deadpool's amazing.
Did
but
Deadpool come out this year?
No,
Shout out
2016.
Deadpool.
Yeah, shouts
Wherever you
out
came
to
out.
Deadpool. Shouts out to
Deadpool
the
2's coming out.
yeah
soon.
Deadpool 2 is coming out 2018.
Ooh, that's gonna be a good one.
Avengers Infinity War coming out 2018.
Also a good one.
So yeah, excited for that one. But yeah, Thor Ragnarok, great movie. Check it out whenever you can. Don't watch it illegally. Spider-Man Homecoming came out this year. Super great. It's in my opinion the best Spider-Man movie, and I think the best performance of a Spider-Man.
Makes me sad because I really like Tobey.
Yeah, I like Tobey Maguire. In hindsight, I think he was a pretty good Spider-Man, but he was 25,
Yeah.
playing a high schooler, which I know that happens a lot in Hollywood, but it's not as believable. And Tom Holland I think he's 21, but he looks like he's 15.
He looks like he's
So
12.
he's the right person to be playing Spider-Man, and he brings a really good energy and
I really
wit.
enjoyed. Yeah, I enjoyed the Spider-Man. Spider-Man's my favorite superhero, and definitely, I love the movie.
Yeah,
So-
really, really good.
I was happy with
Yep.
it as a Spider-Man fan.
Yeah, and the next one is a huge tone shift from the first two. Logan, it's the last performance of Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, and it's a heartbreaking movie. It's sad, it's gritty, it's violent, it's everything that this story kind of had to be. Especially if you know from the comics, Wolverine's character is really, really violent, and this is the movie that it had to be, and it's really good. And Hugh Jackman's performance was amazing in it. Patrick Stewart was amazing in it. The young actress that played X-23, what's her name? Daphne. I think she's just one name, like Adele. So that's pretty cool. She's a Spanish actress. She's really, really good. Next one. Have you? Neither of you have watched Logan yet, have you?
No. Planning on it.
Yeah.
But never got around to it.
Gotta get around to it.
Yeah.
Next one is Baby Driver. This is one of my favorite movies of all time that I've ever seen. It's really, really good. Ansel Elgort is in it. John Hamm, John Bernthal. Yeah, it's directed by Edgar Wright. He did movies like Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz. He wrote for a Star Trek movie, I'm pretty sure.
The newer ones.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think for Into Darkness maybe. He
That
wrote
was,
for
that
that
was
one.
really good, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Okay.
So Edgar Wright, an amazing director, really stylish and cool, and all of his movies have a really distinct tone. And then it's really interesting the way that he made it. He actually picked the songs first and then wrote the scenes and the story around the songs that he picked
It's pretty cool.
to like be on the score throughout the movie. And yeah, the chase sequences are really amazing. The action is awesome. The acting is amazing, and the music obviously is really, really good. And yeah, so I highly recommend Baby Driver. And then this is kind of cheating because they're not movies, but they're TV shows that I wanted to shout out. That came out this year. Mindhunter on Netflix. It's got Jonathan Groff in it, and it's about an FBI agent who is like kind of the first person that really takes an interest in like studying serial killers, like coming up with their behavior. And it's a really like dark, like kind of twisted but really entertaining and like compelling show that I think you should watch. And then the last one that I'll say is The Punisher, starring John Bernthal, another Netflix show, part of the Marvel cinematic universe and the Netflix universe. And John Bernthal's performance is amazing. I wouldn't be surprised if he got nominated for an Emmy for it. Yeah, really, really good. Has some like really good points about gun control littered throughout that I think is really relevant for now. And yeah, really gory. So if you can't handle that, maybe don't watch it. Just a warning on that. There's a lot of gore, but it doesn't feel like gore for the sake of gore. Like it always feels motivated.
And he's always been violent.
Right.
So
yeah, the Punisher has to be kind of because if you want to be faithful to the source material. So yeah, those are the ones that I'll give shouts out for 2017. Good year for art, I think.
Yeah,
it was
for sure.
Good albums, good movies, good TV. So yeah.
I'm gonna move on to games.
Okay. Yeah.
Video games that came out this year that I just want to shout out. First one is Cuphead. Cuphead, a very. It sounds like I'm giving a commercial. Cuphead is a very, very good. It's a very, very well put together video game. One of the most beautiful games.
Yeah, really cool animation.
Yeah, for sure. It's based off of 1930s cartoons,
which is a really cool concept.
Yeah. So it almost looks like if somebody came in, they'd be like, "Oh, what cartoon are you watching, Billy?"
Yeah.
And he'd be like, "I'm not watching a cartoon. I'm playing a video game." And
Wow.
but like super fun game, super difficult game. But like really well put together. I didn't experience any bugs or glitches or anything like that, and I had a lot of fun. Beat it in like 2 days because man, I was grinding that game.
Yeah.
Awesome game. Going on to Resident Evil 7. I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. I own almost all of the Resident Evil games, so expectations were pretty high for this game. I bought this game day one along with Cuphead, and really, really surprised. A lot of people were worried about the first-person aspect because Resident Evil has always either been in a fixed camera position, which means that whenever you walk into a room, the camera will be in certain positions. So it could be on the floor and you're walking towards the floor, and then it changes cameras, or it's been a third person behind the shoulder. And it went to first person, and that makes it very scary. It adds so much more like creepiness and like what's real, like it feels real. And if you haven't played, I've played this game a little bit on the VR.
Oh God.
Yeah. You might want to have like a change of pants for that one. So super good game, super good plot, enemies, everything. Really just good game, and I believe it was nominated for Game of the Year.
Good. Good. Happy
And the
fun.
one that won official Game of the Year, at least by the Game of the Year awards, and I'm going to shout it out, Breath of the Wild, which is a Legend of Zelda, and Legend of Zelda has been big since
Forever.
literally forever.
Lee likes Legend of
Yeah,
Zelda a little bit.
Over behind the camera, I have a literal Legend of Zelda book bag that is the Hylian shield, and yeah, great game, beautiful game. And I would consider it one of the best Zeldas.
All right.
So,
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Go buy that game.
Yeah, for sure. If you have a Switch. If you don't, if you have another console,
Speaking
buy
of
the
a
other two.
Switch, Mario Odyssey is really, really fun.
Oh yeah, for
It's
sure.
a really fun game.
Yeah, that one just came out very recently too.
Mhm.
So unfortunately, I can't get Game of the Year, but it might get it next year.
Yeah,
So.
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
For sure.
This one, I saw a game company gave it 11 out of 10.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
wow.
yeah, it's supposed to be the best Mario game, right next to Mario 64.
Mhm.
So, and
Yeah,
then you
it's-
got Sunshine, Odyssey, every 3D Mario games basically
really,
been
really
really
good.
good.
And then
Nintendo's never failed us. So.
in the world of sports, it's looking like in the NBA, I don't know that anyone's going to stop the Warriors again. Maybe look for the Rockets. They might knock them off.
Yeah. Hey, the
Uh,
Pacers. Pacers not looking too bad.
And then in the East, I know Boston looks like the favorite, but I'm still taking Cleveland to make it out of the East. I just think LeBron's too good to.
And he's got D
He's
Wade
not gonna
behind
get. He's
him.
not gonna get
Mhm.
stopped. And then for the Pacers' sake, since we're here in Indy, I don't think we have enough right now to win the finals. So we're kind
I
of
could
like
see us getting to the conference finals, maybe. I think
Yeah.
we could have enough to
But,
get
like,
there.
we're kind of like I just don't think we have enough right now. So to see us
Yeah.
winning, we're not gonna get a good draft pick, and then so I don't know. We're kind of in that in between phase where we were
Yeah.
before we had Paul George. It's like where we're always at, like good enough to be in the playoffs, not good enough to win
make it
the
far.
finals.
Mhm.
Right.
And then in the NFL, Colts, we sucked.
Yes.
So
we
let's
did.
hope we get like
I'm a
Sa-
Cowboys fan. We
Sa-
also sucked.
Sa-
ho-
Saquon.
Saquon. Tank for Saquon. Let's hope
Hashtag.
that happens.
Hashtag tank for Saquon.
Uh,
Hope
if not,
for-
hopefully we get the best offensive lineman that has ever played the game of football.
That
And
would be
then,
nice.
And also hope for Andrew Luck.
Yeah, Andrew
Yeah,
Luck.
Andrew, come back,
supposedly,
man.
doesn't need any more surgeries.
That's good.
That's what he just said.
Hopefully-
Just came back from the Netherlands.
Oh.
Had his last little rehab
Yeah.
session over there.
Mhm.
Said he doesn't need any more surgery. So
Let's hope.
we're all hoping.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm ready for the Colts to be good again.
That would be nice.
It's been a rough season. I didn't
Yes,
like
it has. Makes me sad. Shouts out to my boy Jimmy G though. I gotta say,
Jimmy, yep.
I hate the Patriots. But when Jimmy Garoppolo was the backup on the Patriots, I said, I don't know if I'll be able to hate the Patriots the same way when Jimmy Garoppolo starts starting. And then he gets traded to the 49ers, 4-0 as a starter.
Dude's
My man's
dog.
cooking. I love Jimmy Garoppolo with all my heart. Shouts out to Jimmy G.
And then in the NFL, it's looking like the Patriots are the favorite again.
Patriots.
What's new? Look for the Steelers.
I would have
Always
said,
look for the Steelers.
yeah, I would have said Eagles before Carson.
Yeah.
Nick Foles is really good too.
Yeah, but
Steelers.
it's just hard the whole chemistry.
Yeah.
So they're not
Yeah,
they're
hard
not
to
the
beat.
same team they were that went. So
They still have a
kinda hard.
pretty good chance though. They still got a really good team backing it up.
Yeah, definitely.
Even with Carson Wentz down.
Yeah, Carson
then-
Wentz get well soon.
in the MLB, look for the Yankees to hit a home run every time they have an at bat.
That's
So that's
probable.
pretty much my.
I hate the Yankees.
That's my recap for the MLB.
Go Red
Please.
Sox.
Please, Rangers.
And
Please
then,
do good.
I'm a
this year.
Reds
I
fan.
don't think they're gonna do good this year, man.
I'm a
Just
Reds
one.
fan. We don't do good anymore. We don't know what that means.
Hey,
And,
Red Sox, let's go.
So
Let's do it.
we can get into our top three of the week.
Yep, 3 of the week, baby.
So three of the week is going to be a new segment we want to install on our podcast. So we're going to have our song of the week, thought of the week, and then we're going to have a wild card of the week, which is it's going to change
yeah,
every week.
changing topic.
So our our wild card this week is going to be character of the week. So it could be from movie, video game, TV
TV.
show, anything. So we'll start with song of the week. I'll start out.
Okay.
Mine is Robbers by the 1975. This is off their first album, the 1975. It's what it's called. It's what their band's called. But it's a really cool song. It's like
Yeah.
it's
I like the music
yeah,
video for it.
the music video is really cool, empowering. Definitely give it a listen. It's a different kind of style of music than most people listen to.
Also 80s.
Kind of
like,
different,
yeah.
yeah.
I love the 80s.
But really cool song. I recommend it.
Also very cool to listen to live.
Yeah.
Awesome song to listen to live.
All right, so my song of the week is "I" by Kendrick Lamar. It's a single that he released in 2014. I don't know if you remember it. It's the song that's like, "And I love myself."
Yeah, for
that
sure.
one. But yeah, it's a really good song. I actually hadn't heard it until recently, and then I started listening to it a bunch. So yeah, yeah, good song. Listen to it. It's really cool. It's kind of like, it has like an Outkast feel to me, like old Outkast.
Oh yeah, Andre 3000's my
Love
man.
Andre.
So my song of the week is "White Ferrari" by Frank Ocean. Been feeling really chill lately.
Mhm.
It's a
Been feeling
beautiful song.
Yeah,
Great song.
been feeling like laying back and thinking about stuff. Frank Ocean has been there for me, and I've listened to a whole bunch of Blonde, Channel Orange, and especially Endless, which Noah recently just got that CD, and it's going for a lot on eBay and Amazon. So
I got it while it was cheap.
yes, well, not cheap. It was like
$20.
25. But that was also with the DVD. It's a visual album. Really give it a listen. But White Ferrari, awesome song. One of my favorite from the albums, and definitely give it a listen.
Thought of the week. So my thought of the week is, what's 2018 going to be for you? Is it going to be more like a stepping stone year, or is it going to be a breakout year? So what's it going to be?
Lee, you can go for yours.
Okay.
I'll hit last for this one.
Okay. I think mine's going to be keeping a positive mind for 2018 and only thinking about the good and where we can go from here.
Yeah.
It's like a rocket.
Yeah.
And here's a liftoff for me, and it's only going to go up.
Only up from here, baby.
Yeah, and then it's going to hit space and no gravity
All
for a
right,
while.
so here's mine. So everyone knows Mickey and Donald and Minnie and Donald the girl duck. What's her name? No one knows.
I almost
No,
said
it's not
Daffy.
Daphne.
No, that's Looney Tunes.
My question is, so Pluto is a dog, right? And he cannot talk. But Goofy is also a dog.
The same breed.
Same breed of dog, it looks like. But he can talk. So I want to know, is Pluto like from a different planet or like some weird island? I just want to know what's up, Disney, Walt.
Let us know what you think.
Let me know. What do you think is the deal?
Then our wild card character of the week. Mine is a character from Grey's Anatomy. I'm in season 11. I think they're on season 13 right now, so I'm trying to catch up. But Jackson Avery, he's one of the surgeons. I don't know. He's just kind of like one of like the main people right now. So not really much to it. It's just who I thought of with the category.
Character that I thought of is one of the funniest characters from Thor Ragnarok, actually voiced and played by the director Taika Waititi. His name is Korg. He's a New Zealand accented rock monster, and yeah, he's hilarious. He's huge, but like sweet, so it's funny. And yeah, so if you've seen the movie, you know that he's hilarious. If you haven't, watch it and then come back and watch this, and you'll know that I'm telling the truth.
All right, and my character of the week is Mickey O'Neill from Snatch, played by Brad Pitt. And basically, I said the line before this podcast, and I was like, I got to put the character in.
You like ducks?
Yeah, you like Dags.
You like Dags?
Snatch is a great movie, by the way, and his character is really, really well played, especially for him. Is he Irish in real life?
Brad Pitt?
Yeah.
No, he's American.
Yeah.
He's an American boy.
I don't know if he's like half Irish or something.
No, I think he's full on
Great
red-blooded
accent.
American.
I couldn't tell. But yeah, just thought of the line, and I was like, gotta put him in. So.
All right. Well, that's 2017. It was a rough year, like we said, but there's good aspects of it too, and we can try to focus on those and try to make better the things that weren't good about this year. And, we can only move forward. There's no time machine that we can take back that we know of.
Yet.
So if you have one, tell us.
And if you have one, I'm coming for you, Jake Pie.
Net neutrality.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I hope your 2017 was as good as it possibly could have been. I hope your 2018 is
Even
as
better.
good as it could possibly be. And
Even
yeah,
better than that.
Like this video, comment, subscribe, follow us on Twitter. It's LinkedIn. Let us know what you guys want us to do.
yeah. Let us know what you think. If you have feedback or anything like that, like we want to hear it. We want to get better and make better content for you guys. And we're having a lot of fun doing it.
For sure.
So we want to.
Well, I mean, it's true, dude.
I know.
Like we said at the beginning of this podcast.
If you think our podcasts are too long to sit down and watch, which is understandable, but like
We're gonna try to release.
in our idea, it's like a podcast or more like just like an hour long conversation basically. But if you think it's too long, we can shorten it down.
Mm-hmm.
Try.
And then we'll also have we'll have
we'll
shorter
start making
videos
other
that
videos.
you can watch too if you're not trying to listen to our beautiful voices for an hour.
Plug in. We just made a Bright movie review.
Yeah, check
Yeah,
out
check
that review.
Check that out.
Pretty good in my opinion.
Shouts out to Joey Van Ryk.
Again, third time.
Thanks for watching. If you made it this far.
Yep, we've been set in stone, and right on.
See you again. Coming for you, a Jeep Pie.